everyone. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedules to join me on my Facebook Live today. Today I want to talk to you guys about persevering in your personal relationships. You know, a lot of us, we go through a lot of different things with people. And sometimes people, hi Cedric, hi Pastor Pamela, sometimes we get hurt by people so bad that we don't know how to, hey Brian, how to recover from that hurt or that betrayal that we have experienced with those other individuals. So I kind of want to give you guys some tips and using me myself as an example of how I've been able to overcome and persevere some of the personal relationships in my life. And I have had some that there have been times where I kind of felt that I don't think I'm going to be able to recover from this. I have been hurt to a point where I have been like this close to giving up on individuals, period. Just like not wanting to deal with anyone at all, not trusting people, just becoming a recluse, just staying in my house. I'm like, well, you know, I really don't have to go out. I could stay in my condo. There's really no need for me to go outside. I get everything I need here. As long as I have the internet and power, I'm good. I can stay indoors. I can order everything I need, including groceries from Amazon, or even Safeway delivers groceries. I can get everything I need, can be delivered to me at home. But that's not living. That wasn't something that I really wanted to do. If I wanted to just give up on individuals and just become a recluse and live at home behind the computer screen to communicate with people. So what I needed to do was, with all things, I needed to sit back, take a breather. Like I was saying the other day, is not react to the situation. So I couldn't react without thinking first. And I'm going to share with you guys, some of you that have met me and some of you that have known me for quite some time know my origins to Arizona story. So I'm going to share that with some of you guys. So the reason why I live in Arizona was it literally was not part of the next chapter of my life after all of my children graduated from high school. So I had always planned to leave the state of Utah in June of 2014, which was the month and year my last child graduated from high school. I really didn't have an idea as to where I wanted to live. All I knew was I wanted it not to be in Utah anymore. I had lived there for 7 years and it was time for me to go. It was time for me, just to leave. So in January of 2014, I'm at work. I was working Apple Retail at the time, and my the last 2 hours of my shift, I served as the phone operator. So I always would have my computer, and I'm doing my things on my computer, and then I get this notification in my Facebook Messenger. I got a message. I saw the name, and I was like shocked. I'm like, I know this isn't who I think it is. So I clicked on the message, and it was a message from my third boyfriend. This was the third boyfriend I have ever had in my life. I had been in love with this man since I was 21 years old, and he had found me on Facebook. Yeah. It was, like one of those happily ever after stories. So all kinds of things were going through my mind. And, we started talking back and forth, and I realized how close he was to me. He was right here in Arizona. So I was off for the next couple of days. What did I do? I decided to hop in my car and drive 12 hours from Salt Lake City to Phoenix, Arizona to see him, because it had been quite a number of years since we had seen each other. Matter of fact, we hadn't seen each other since I want to say 1996. We hadn't seen each other. I actually left him in 1995. And so I moved, and I left the state. We met in Ohio. I moved after I left him, broke up with him. I left the state of Ohio, went back home to Detroit. Anywho, he found me. I drove here. We made plans that in June, instead of me going to Austin, Texas, which I had kind of finally settled on, that I would relocate here to Phoenix, Arizona. So my child graduated from high school June 5th. June 6th, I was on a highway with the U-Haul truck and all of my belongings and my two oldest children on our way here to Arizona. So that's how I got to Arizona. So yes, I moved to Phoenix, Arizona to be with a man. It didn't work out. It did not work out. And I was heartbroken. I'm going to be honest with you guys, because here I thought, I finally have someone that I know loves me and that supports me and that knows me, because we had history together. So I really didn't see anything going wrong with our relationship. And he told me, he was saying all the right things, he had written me letters over the years in hopes to ever see me again. So I got the letters, I had read the letters and everything. So I'm just like on cloud 9. Hey, Paul. I'm like on cloud 9, like, oh my God, is this real? Do I really actually have somebody that loves me? And so I'm just ignoring all of the signs that are coming to me about how this isn't working. Sign number 1 is when I got in town, not knowing anyone, I didn't see him. For the first 2 weeks I was in this state, I didn't see him. That was sign number 1. Sign number 2 was he was just really never around. He didn't help me find a place. He didn't help me move into my place. He just really wasn't doing all of the things he said that he would do once I got here. But no, I'm making excuses. What we sometimes do is we make excuses for other people, even though we are giving those signs that things aren't right for us. So what I did was, I'm not going to go on and on and on. You guys kind of get the gist of what happened. So one day, I'm sitting in my apartment all alone. It was actually on a Sunday. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not about to cry. I'm not about to shed any tears over this relationship, because it's a non-existent relationship. So what I decided to do was, I had written down 5 questions for myself that I wanted answers to. And I said, no matter what, because this was the first time in my life that I was alone. I didn't have any children. I didn't have any siblings. I didn't have any nieces or nephews to distract me from everything. So this was the first time that I had to spend time with me by myself. So I wrote down some questions. One of the questions was, who am I? Another one was, what is my purpose? And there was, I can't quite remember, I have to find there in my journal somewhere, a couple other questions that I had written down for myself. And I said, by the end of this week, I'm going to have the answers to these questions. So I'm flipping through the channel and I land on Oprah Super Soul Sunday. If some of you watch Oprah Super Soul Sunday, you guys know what the lineup of shows are. But this particular day, I swear, every question that I had written on in my journal that I wanted to find the answers to was answered by a guest that had appeared on one of her shows that morning. And it sent chills. As I'm talking about it now, I'm getting chills. So it sent chills down my spine and sent me to Amazon to order a couple of books too. So that day I ended up ordering The Alchemist. I ordered T.D. Jakes' The Instinct, and I ordered Steve Harvey's Think Like a Success, Act Like a Success. So I ordered those. I had Amazon Prime, so I got them 2 days later. When I tell you, those books helped me, and I read them in that exact order. I read The Alchemist first. I read that in an afternoon. Then I read Instinct, and then I read Steve Harvey's book. And I had a new sense of purpose. I prayed. The first thing I did was I prayed. I asked questions, and I sought out the answers to those questions. And then I did the work to help me with that. So what I did from there on with that relationship with the gentleman that I moved here for was I just let it be. I said, whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to give more into it than I'm receiving, because that's not something that was good for me to do. I felt myself being drained, turning into somebody that I know that I'm not. I'm a happy person. I'm a cheerful person. So I felt myself, you know, sinking into a deep depression. I'm in a state where I don't know anyone. I'm alone. I have no support system. I was just nothing. I worked from home, so again, there was no need for me to go outside. So everything, I'm just in the house. So I couldn't live like that. That wasn't a way to live. You know what I'm saying? So I needed to do something, and I needed to do something fast in a hurry. So after I prayed, wrote those questions down, sought out my answers, read, those are the things that helped me be able to persevere that heartbreak. Now that was like almost 3 years ago now. And honestly, I allowed that to happen and that relationship to go on way longer than I should have. But there was a lesson that I needed to learn in that relationship. And for some of you guys that have downloaded my book, 5 Rules to Persevering in Your Life, I actually talk about a little bit more. And this is actually the first the first rule is, you guys can't see the glare, it's persevering in your personal relationship. So I actually talk about a little bit more about this relationship with this gentleman. So it gives you a little bit of history. It's only $3 on Amazon if you guys want to get it. Anyway, prayer really helped me. If you don't have to be a religious person to be spiritual, and that's what I am. So for certain things, I do seek guidance from a higher power, or from much more wiser individuals than I am, because I don't know everything. I'm very knowledgeable in a lot of things, but I don't know everything. So that was another thing that helped me out and helped me to be able to persevere and overcome the heartbreak. I'm still recovering from the heartbreak of this personal relationship that I had with this gentleman. But what I've learned not to do is to not allow that to hinder me in developing relationships with other people. Because like I say, you know, after that happened, I kind of befriended and joined a group of women who I thought was there for me, which turned out not to be true. They kind of turned their backs on me for no reason, no explanation. So that hurt me. I've been ripped off by a couple of women who claim to be business women. I've been scammed. So I've had a lot of reasons to completely give up on humanity, but I have not. That I have chose not to do. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. I'll be right back. My phone's about to die and I need it, so I'm gonna go grab my charger. I thought I had one in here on my desk. I'll be right back. Thank you. Sorry about that. That's just not a good thing to do. I'm supposed to be prepared. I should have had all this stuff ready. I'm sorry. But I thought my battery life was a little bit longer than it actually was. So that's my fault, guys. Apologies. Thanks for hanging in here with me. Now, let me get this right so you guys aren't seeing the rest of my messy office. There we go. We're back. And we have some power. So anyway, so again, some advice I want to give you guys, because I don't want to keep you all too long, is don't react. If someone hurts you, don't react right away, because it'll just be all emotions, and you don't want to say something that you can't take back. You definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, staying strong. You are absolutely right, Paul. Staying strong. It is being me, and Paul, you know me. Keeping a smile on my face. I tell people I have mastered the art of keeping a smile on my face while my heart is breaking on the inside. People will never know the things that I go through because I keep a smile on my face. So I've never been the type of person that allows... So if I've been hurt by one person, I don't take it out on someone else. I leave that where they are. So that's why another thing that I do when I end a relationship, I haven't dated very many men. So when I end an intimate relationship with a man, I take a break. And when I mean I take a break, the longest break I took in between relationships was 6 years. So I take that time to reevaluate me and who I am and what I do like. And honestly, because I have been in love with this man since I was, I take years. I've been in love with this man since I was 21 years old. I was talking to, hey Sierra, I was talking to Rosalind Williams. If some of you guys don't know who she is, she's an amazing soul. She's also one of the co-authors of the new book, 3D Relationships. So I was talking to her. We were attending a one-day intensive mastermind hosted by Dr. V, who I love. He is one of my amazing mentors and coaches, him and Dr. Will. And it was like at that moment, I don't know why I decided to talk to her about this thing, but I just felt it on my spirit that I needed to share this with her. And I told her, I said, you know, Rosa, I need some help. I don't want to become the stereotypical bitter black woman. I don't want to be that. And I don't want to hold my love that I have to give to someone hostage because of what somebody else did to me. And I told her, I came to a realization that because I had been in love with this man since I was 21 years old, I had subconsciously looked for him in the couple of relationships that I had after him. The two gentlemen that I dated after him both had characteristics like him, of him, but they weren't him. So I was still looking for him in other men. So it was actually kind of like destiny that him and I reconnected, because I needed to get him out of my system. I needed to allow God to show me that the ideal man that I thought I needed was just a figment of my imagination. And she says, you know what? That's a good observation. Yeah, you did very good. Not a lot of women are able to do that. And I thought about that. And once I spoke the words, once those words came out of my mouth, it was like my spirit was freed. Now I am able to reevaluate my life and make room for the man who's supposed to be in my life. And had I not gone through what I went through in that personal relationship, and had I not allowed that to crumple me, debilitate me, I wouldn't be where I am now. So I've learned a lot, and what I am now doing is, and I made the post, yes, I think last night, that now I'm contemplating dating. It's been a long time since I've actually dated. I'm going to be 45 years old in a couple weeks. I'm kind of terrified because honestly, like I said, because I thought I knew the type of man I wanted, I don't know anymore, which that leaves me open to new possibilities. I'm not limiting myself anymore. I'm not living in that box that I have put myself in by being in love with that one man anymore. So, you know, I'm excited of what's to come, what my life has in store for me. And again, I am not allowing the hurt from past personal relationships, whether it's with a male or the females that I've come encounter with, because I have, like I said, I've been hurt by some women as well that has made me not even want to deal with them. But I can't do that, especially me owning a magazine that's dedicated to elevating every woman. I can't do that. I can't say that, you know, I'm here for women, elevating, supporting, promoting, all of that, encouraging and uplifting. But then on the other hand, I'm saying I don't want to deal with women. They're shady, they're liars, they're conniving. No, I can't do that. I'm not two-faced. I'm not a good liar. Let's just say that. I'm not a good liar. I can't pretend. I don't use people. I'm not an opportunist. So those things I can't do. What you see is what you get. I'm 100% genuine. I'm going to tell it like it is. Sometimes I may be a little harsh. I may be a little too much for some people to handle. But I can't be anything more than what I am, which is me. And I hope that, you know, some of the things that I've shared with you guys today help someone. And just know that you in any personal relationship, again, like I said, whether it's an intimate relationship with the opposite sex, or an intimate relationship with anyone, or a non-intimate relationship with someone, do not allow the negativity from that relationship to hinder you and to cripple you from developing relationships with other people, because not everyone is the same. A lot of people, you may come encounter that do some of the same things, but not everyone is the same. Everyone out there is not out to use and abuse and to hurt you. So if you allow yourself to be loved and to be embraced and to be supported by everyone, that's what you are going to get. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I really appreciate you all for joining me, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye-bye.